algebra and plugging in one piece into the other and seeing that 2x is the same, but that that gives me -4. Super big concept. Me give you the transformation. You know where to start, whether it's F or G, know where to start, and then know where to go. And then either get that second equation with the eyeball math or plug in high-tech math. These over here, they kind of switch it up on you. These kind of problems, which are the rest, are me giving you the equations already and you having to compare the y-intercepts to figure out the change, the total change. And some people could see it, but I'm having you show me this algebra to really solidify what you're doing to get this. And again, those of you learning, this new G1 came from me plugging in this right here, 2x plus 3, and that plus 3 and that minus came -2. You need to know how to do it for a graph. Where I give you a graph, you need to be able to write the equations from me giving you a graph, and then look at those y-intercepts. And then the super hard part, you need to, from a table, be able to get the two equations so you could compare that y-intercept. On tables is tougher because you got to know how to find the slope number, the y-intercept number, and for those of you really hoping to ask questions, the most brutal table, which is kind of new today, the table that doesn't have the zero term right away, where you got to understand the pattern and reverse that pattern to get the y-intercept numbers. This is really where maybe some tears will be shed today, this kind of math, which I'll show you. All right, I'll stop right there. I know some of you who might be seeing me next year, you know, you stopped listening a long time ago, but some of you who are listening, anything up here blown you away. Can I give you extra credit for showing me you're thinking about it? Alex, what's up? What's up? Yes, 100%, Alex, because this one right here, already given to you. But if I don't, you got to backtrack. And then one day, I might only give you up to 2, and you might have to backtrack twice or something to find that y-intercept term. But yeah, because on these, this shift is all about the y-intercept number, not when it's at the first term, x is 1, not that number. Good question, Alex. Show me he's thinking. Who else? Good job, Alex. All right, well, let's get started. I'm going to show you a set. I'm going to have you write it down. I'm going to test you on a set. I'm going to determine who my tutors are, my 2Ds, and we're going to go from there. But for you to have the ammunition to be a tutor, let me show you what you need to do. Please make me stop and explain anything. This is pretty much the wrap up of this concept, linear translations. All right, here we go. Start off with me covering this up one thing at a time. These problems are where I give you the translation, the transformation equation, and I give you the first one. So again, on these, if I give you this K number right here, we're wanting you to perform the translation. What am I translating? What am I changing? This one right here. What am I changing for the next one? This G1 right here. So again, whatever I list first, that is the very first line. You need to know how to graph to pass Math 1. This one starts at 1 on the y-axis, and then that number in front of x, that's a little imaginary 1 right there. And if I want rise and run, any whole number, I put it over 1. And that tells me my run and my rise. And some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe he's explaining this again. But there's people who still are not understanding this. Over 1, up 1. Over 1, up 1, reverse it. Don't think I'm insulting your intelligence by showing you this again. There's people among you right now who really have no idea how to graph. They're not going to pass Math 2 next year. They need to know how to graph. And then understand what's going on. This is where it's starting. It's moving. Where is it moving? It's moving forward. Is it moving up or down? This minus tells me it's moving down. So I go four boxes down the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be its new y-intercept. Most people could use their eyeball to see what that number is. And then over 1, up 1, that pattern doesn't change. And then for that one, this one, the G line is where it moved to, but this one I switched it on you. The F1's where it moved to. Watch out. And then if I want the equations, I already gave you the F1. There it is. But if I ask you for the red one, the new one, you could use your eyeball. You don't need no algebra right there. You got that same X, and we're not going to write 1X. It's going to waste ink. And then we have a new y-intercept of -4. You could also get that new equation by getting fancy and taking g of x, and where that f of x chunk is right there, plug in x plus 1, that represents f of x. And if I take that -4, that was part of that original problem right there, that's where the -3 is really coming from. All right, that is huge right there. I'm going to stop, try to pause a little bit. And let's fix this right here. And then, no, I'm human. I do make mistakes. If you ever see me make mistakes, fix them, help me. But be kind about it. Don't insult me. All right, anything I can explain better, different? Please, extra credit. Only extra credit I offer, rather than winning competitions. All right, and then for this one, I'm trying to trick you. This one, G is the first one, not the F one. It's not the letter that tells you, it's the order. And then this one, this is -1/2, which means every time you go over 2, you go down 1. Over 2, down 1. Over 2, down 1. People are really struggling with the negative half slope. Over 2, down 1. Or left 2, up 1. Again, the way I like to teach it is always do your run first. Because if you always do your run first, then from there, you only have 2 options. From there, you're either going up if it's a positive rise, or from there up your run, got negative rise. You simplify it like that, it'll make your life so much easier. But if you try to do slope by going up and over and left and right, good luck. Be kind. Left to right first. Do the run first. The way you read. You read like this. I know you all know how to read. After you've done that, then look at the rise. If it's positive rise, go up from there. If it's negative rise after that, go down from there. Make your life easy. All right, I'll shut up. That line right there is the G of X line, not the F of X line. And then the new one's moving up 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with that same slope. And then again, I could get that new equation by doing what's called eyeball math. Use my eyeball to write the same slope, because I don't need to do another slope unless I'm tripping. But my eyeball tells me the new is 3. Notice that new y-intercept of that new line, it's not 5. That just tells me how far the original one moved. Doesn't tell me the original one or the new one's y-intercept or nothing. All right, stop right there. What can I explain better? Notice that if you start in the wrong place thinking this is the starting one, maybe you'll think you're going down by 5 if you mix that up. Okay, explain better. Just talking to myself. All right, let's just move on here. That must mean I'm the teacher of the year. All right, the other ones. These ones, I don't give you the K. I want you to find the K yourself. And I know there's going to be problems like this guy right here, where if I go from 7, this y-intercept, up to 10, unless you're really bad on drugs, that's going up by 3. You don't need to really show many math here, but again, I still want you to show the math. So for these, to find that K number, Know where you're starting. Know where you're going. Know what the heck I'm even talking about here. What I'm talking about here is, for this one, if I could draw a line, this one right here starts at 6 on the y-axis right here and ends up down here at -2 right here. You got to know that entire drop right there, how far you're going. And you're not just going down 6. You're not just going down 2. That's a drop of 8. That's 8. That's 8 total boxes I'm going down. So the math, if you can't see that, I want you to take that first y-intercept and show me this simple algebra right here. That first y-intercept, because I know it's the starting one, plus some unknown k number, which really is -8, gives me the new y-intercept, -2. So if you solve this algebraically, you'll get that k number right every time. But then, no, you're not done. For these, I want the transformation equation. I want you to show me how to write it. I want you to see that. For this one, the starting one is f of x. I found the new one, the g of x one, by plugging in the first one and taking away 8. There is the magic equation we're looking for. That's what happened. I took this first one here. If I put 4x plus 6, that plus 6 and minus 6 gives me -2. All right, let's keep rolling. This guy right here, again, make sure for this one, you're not so gung-ho where f is the beginning. Nope. It's what I give you in the beginning is the beginning. So for this one, some people might think, oh, I'm starting at -6 going to 4 because f is always the beginning. Nope. I got you. For this one, take that 4 plus that unknown equal -6. Ooh, this one has a drop of 10 from +6 on the y-axis down to -4 on the y. That's a whole drop of -10. But now the equation, oh no. The equation is always the second one. And sorry, I'm writing it right here. That's kind of jacked up. Shoot, that's it. I'll fix that from other periods. But the equation is always the second one listed, equal to the very first one I gave you plugged in there, but taking away 10. That's the master transformed equation. Okay, let me stop right there. Anything really blowing you away? Are you really starting to understand this? Yes, sir, Alec? No, for this equation, it's always the second one equal to the first one plugged in. So this one, the second one equal to, yeah, I did that right. Yeah, it's really tricky. It's like this is the first one, changing to here. So the changing equation always involves the second one, where you plug in the first one and did that shift number. So if you look at this, Alex, this one, first one, second one, that's why I did this one backwards. I wrote this one, f of x was the g of x one plugged in there. So that's showing you're really understanding, dude. Gotta throw you a shaka. All right, the other one, graph. Write the equation from a graph. I'm going to tell you which is the pre-image. For if you could see color, my blue is always pre-image. So that's the pre-image one. You need to be able to write the equation yourself. This is x plus 2. You need to, at this point, be able to write an equation of a line. That's its y-intercept. That's its slope. There it is. The equation of the red one, the one after the shift, same x, but -3. You need to find your own y-intercept. You got to be able to write equations yourself. And then, knowing these two, hopefully some of you are seeing, if it's starting at 2 and going down to -3, that's a drop of 5. If you want to, maybe I shouldn't say that. Show me the math. At this level of math, I want to always see. Even if you're knowing at this point here, this is a drop of 5 from 2 on the y-axis down to -3. It's going down by fiber. Still show me the work. But then know what I want. That's not all that I want. I want the transformation equation. Always involves the second one. Equal to whatever one I listed first. Minus that 5. Order matters greatly. What you put here matters greatly. This matters greatly. All right, and then the last two before I quiz you out and see who my tutors are at this point. For this guy, going down by 2, that is my slope number. The zero term, and again, these are kind of trippy, but this table, this is how this table works. This is saying for the G line, all the points are 0, 7, 1, 5, 2, 3, 3, 2. Those are all the coordinates that you could plot for the G line. And then for the F line, all the coordinates to plot to get that line are 0, 10, and 1, 8, and 2, 6. That's kind of how these weird tables, these triple tables work. They kind of show you what the coordinates are going to be. But taking that out of your brain, all you need is the slope and the y-intercept. Here are the y-intercepts right here. Here are the slopes. If I wrote that first one, for here, the G one's the first one. -2x plus 7. For the other one, the f of x is the new one. -2x plus 10. Compare those two. Even if you know that's going up by 3, still show me. Ooh, that rhymed. And then again, sports fans, don't stop right there. That's not what I want. I want the transformation equation. So I want you to see that. If I'm starting and, ooh, you know what? I didn't label this one good. Oh, yeah, I did. If I'm starting with f of x, I'm getting that from g of x being added by 3. Question? And then the last one here. This one, the new stuff. This one right here has you look at the pattern, but realize I'm not giving you the 0 coordinate. You got to find it yourself. If you're adding 4 going down, going against the grain for this opposite, -4. Make sure though when you're writing the equations, don't be using this is opposite, so don't be using -4 as your rise over run, because that's opposite. The slope is really when you're going down the table, -2x, not going up, adding 2, adding 4. But subtracting 4, oppo will give me my 0 coordinates that I'm looking for. 12, take away that 4 gives me 8. And that pattern makes sense. 8 plus 4, 12, -4, 12. And then 10, take away 4 gives me the other y-intercept. And then this table has the fx1 being first. The g of x equation written second. And then even though some of you realize if it's starting at 8 and going down by 6, it's going down by 2. But still, show me the math. Humor me. Know that one day in college, you will not have to show any work at all. But high school level, gotta show everything. You are mixed with people who still at this point, even though they've been shown how to graph for the last 3 years of their lives, they still don't know how to graph. So I got a mixture of people who understand right away versus some people maybe who will never understand or not willing to step up and get the help. All right, Overall, I know I'm talking to myself, maybe just giving Alex extra credit because he's the only one who talked to me so far. So let's just give you more extra credit, Alex. You're the only one to talk to me so far. Anyone else out there want to acknowledge my existence? Question for me? Telling you right now, you want to be a tutor, you want to be a 2D. Question. Well, I use that pattern of subtracting 4 reversed, or that adding 4 pattern, I reversed it to get the y-intercept numbers. It didn't have anything to do with the slope numbers really, other than, if I'm adding 4, subtracting 4, going up. But if I give you the one already, the y-intercept already, don't have to do any of that, Hannah. Good question, lady. All right, looks like I got first 2 people leaving for the day. Sweet. Rest of you, all I got to do is acknowledge my existence, get extra credit, get to leave first sometimes. All right, here we go. Tutor or 2D. Telling you right now, don't want to be 2D. You'll have more work to do. All right, so put your name on here. Try your best. Don't worry about missing these, really. You'll get the help that you need. Don't feel like you need to cheat to get these right. Already be self-realization. Are you with the class, or is the class passing you by? If the class is passing you by, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be a person that just sits on the ground and cries and says, come help me? Or are you going to get up and help yourself and demand that we teach you? Or demand a teacher that will teach you better? So again, in my 26 years of teaching, longer than you guys have been on the planet, I've seen both types. The ones that, as soon as it gets hard, they fall on the ground, help me! But they're going to get crushed in the real world. Versus the people who struggle and say, screw it, I'm going to figure this out, man. Someone's going to teach me. Teach me better. You're going to have young people helping you with these in a little bit. So if you're not going to listen to old man Marshall, listen to young people. If you need rulers, I got them. Straight edges. If you need calculators, I got them for you. Please never use your cell phone calculator. It'll be taken away. So calculator, straight edges. Know that none of this is above any of you. I'll say that over and over again. No way this math is really above your level. Maybe you're just telling yourself it. You guys can do this. You're smart. The big thing is to really make sure you know where the first one is and know where the new one is. That's really crucial, setting up that. Because if you mess up on that, you'll miss them every time. And then I know some of you are going to know what that K number is without showing me math. Still show me the math. Just gut it out. Don't take a chance of doing beautiful work but not showing that and being a 2D. Don't want that to happen. So even if you know the K numbers, still show me the simple algebra that you could do. And then know sometimes we give you the transformation equation, but the other ones are you getting the equations and looking at the y-intercepts to find the K to give me the transformation. It's just the way it works. It's either way. I either give it to you and you do the translation, or I give you the 2 lines and you figure out what the translation was. All right, I'm going to do a quick roll check here for my people out in Zoom land. Just to make sure, maybe take some questions. Edwin, are you out there, Edwin? All right, just mark you absent. Ryan Hernandez, are you out there, Ryan? All right, you don't want to be marked absent. Good call. Jessica Juarez, are you out there? She wants to be marked absent. Violet, are you out there, Violet?
I'm here.
Violet doesn't want to be marked absent. Priscilla, are you out there?
Here.
Priscilla doesn't want to be marked absent. Alexis, are you out there?
Here.
All right, Alexis doesn't want to be marked absent. Sure you guys are happy to keep hearing this. Matt Vasquez, you out there?
Yeah.
All right, Matt doesn't want to be marked absent. Jaylene, are you out there, Jaylene Vega?
Yeah.
All right, good job, lady. And then Emily Hernandez, are you out there? ¿Dónde está? Where are you, Emily? Emily, where are you? Please talk to me out there in Zoomland so I don't get an email from mom or dad saying my son or daughter was in Zoomland all day long and got marked absent. Maybe because you didn't talk and let us know you were there. So can you talk to me out there in Zoomland so I don't get that email? All right. Take your time. I'm going to give you about 10 more minutes. If you finish early, just relax a little bit. Maybe you're starting to see kind of things that you need someone to help you with when I pair you up with somebody. And then any tools you need, you guys, calculators, straight edges. My equipment's your equipment. Calculators, straight edges, whatever you need. We'll provide the free knowledge. Yes. Oh, we'll help you later, but right now it's all on you. Don't worry about your grade at that point. Just worry about what you think you should be asking me at some point or what you should be looking at. As you get done, I'll take it, and then you can just relax. Not really want to answer questions right now, but I will eventually help you, I promise. For right now, let's just see what you know. Are you finished? Sweet. If you're finished, I'll take it. We're going to grade this as a class to make it go quicker. So if you're finished, just relax a little bit. Thank you, lady. There's no way this is over any of your guys' ability. You know, I'm here every day, lunch or break. You got that assets program after school. Yeah, I like your jersey, dude. Old school. Oh, I'm sorry, too quiet. Let's get a little spa music going here. I want you to associate math with good feelings and relaxation. My math is making you artists better. My math is making you athletes better. Even though it's hard to think like that, it's true. You strengthen the left side of your brain, makes you a better artist, better creativity, makes you a better athlete. Top athletes, their brains and bodies are working perfect. That's why colleges drool over those athletic people, because their brains and bodies are working so good. That's why those scholar athletes get the money. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, again, don't be concerned about your grade for this. This is just first attempt. Don't worry. If you're struggling, we'll get you the help that you need. If you're acing it, I'll draw from your brain power and help these people. Hopefully they'll listen to you. And then you know it's coming. Part 2. Yes, sir. Finish. Always, yeah. Make sure your name's on here when you give them to me. And then those of you done early, just relax a little bit. You deserve some relaxation time. If you're done early and, you know, being on your cell phone will keep you occupied, I'll let you. If you're done early and you want to occupy yourself, bust out your cell phone, I'll let you. I won't take it away. If that's keeping you quiet while they're finishing, that's sweet. That's what I need. Thank you, sir. And then always while you're waiting, you know, you could be checking your grade on the wall. You could be, you know, plugging in your Chromebook into any of my plugs. You could be using my computer. Ooh, just careful. I can't have you drink anything that's not water, because it's not you. If you want to step outside, I'll let you. If you want to step out there, I'll let you. Just in these crowded rooms, someone will bump into you and you get sticky. Thank you, Kamani. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just know grades could be made up for full credit, everything. Know that if you get a better grade fourth quarter, I won't even look at your third quarter grade. I'll give you that for the semester. For some of you, that should be a sweet deal, especially some of you who didn't do very well distance learning, but now you're here and you're doing better. You're going to be stoked. I get that right now. Oh, for that one, that classwork that you got 9 out of 10, I want you to go to the document and check your work against the key. And I think there was like 3 little random words I said. So the people who got 10 on that did the work that you did, but check their work against the key and then wrote down the 3 words. I think it's right here. This one right here. If you want that last point, for sure. Welcome. Technically, I want you to, check your work against the key, but if you give me those words, I know that you listen. Okay, we're about 1 minute away. Please don't feel bad if you're not done. Everyone works at their own speed. Don't feel bad. We're all ends of the spectrum here, so don't feel bad. And if you're really blazing smart, I need you. These people listen to young people. And then, like always, on tests or big quizzes, if having your cell phone out will keep you quiet and occupied, that's my goal. Keep you nice and quiet while they're working, because they were quiet for you. Very nice, Angel. I can see already math is making Angel a better artist already. Just being silly. Okay, that's going to be it for time here. Can I have your quizzes finished or not? Don't worry if you're not finished. Just make sure your name's on there. Don't worry about your grade. Your grade's not going down if you didn't finish. Don't worry. If you're struggling, don't worry. We're going to come to your aid. We're going to help you. And then never get down on yourself. You could always get better at math. Math is one of those things where you can get better. You've always heard, growth mindset. Never let anyone tell you your math ability is set in stone. You could get better. All right. Can you put those phones away now for me? And then when I give you someone's quiz, can you put corrected by at the bottom? Let's just do this real quick so I can get through these quickly. So can you put corrected by and your name at the bottom? If I give you your own, can you just let me know? And then make sure your name's at the bottom. Because if you hack it up, I'm going to get you, give you a misconduct. Be precise. Help these people out. Be precise. Start with your name at the bottom. So if you mess up, I know who to talk to. So put your name at the bottom there for me. If I give you your own, just let me know. So your name corrected by at the bottom. All right, here we go. Hopefully this is in focus, see? All right, so the only thing I'm really looking for is for number 1, this equation for g of x. G of x is x plus 1. If they got that, that one's good. If they didn't, mark it wrong. That's what I'm looking for. If they showed this math to get that answer, maybe throw them a shaka.
But if it's at least they got the first one right. The second one, I'm just looking for you doing shit and being able to that new equation. Second one, look to see that f, not g of f, if they're either, but this is x, x plus 1 would be the problem.